Oh, it's a tiny baby, look at that. I haven't seen this one for quite some time. Two little oxpeckers riding along. Oh, I think easily one of the most adorable small animals is a baby rhino, and that one has been wallowing in some mud. This is now its first experience with wet season and rain and mud and all the joys and everything that goes along with that. Sit here a little bit. Looks like the mother's going to graze across the road again if we're lucky, and the youngster will obviously follow. Yes, that's what we want. Adorable little thing. So the little one, obviously, as it's getting older, getting more used to vehicles and movement. And it's grazing as well. We'll still be suckling from mum. Look at the oxpecker, it's almost the same size as its ear. First time we saw her was at Treehouse Dam, actually, at night drinking. Look at that.
I was actually there with you when we saw it on podcast.
Remember that, sir? Good for red.
Very cool.
Nothing to give us a little look. There's the oxpecker back again. Amazing. Looks like a little male. Which means he'll probably stay with his mum for about 2 years. 2.5 years. She's still looking very healthy, so she should have another young one again in about 2.5 years from now. So normally just before she gives birth to the next calf again, she'll let the previous one move along. But for now, tiny little one, happy to be close to mum. Look at that. I love that.
Are you on my left side or right side?
It's just smelled something, or what is that? Looks like it, a bit of a scent there. Oh, beautiful. Look at the oxpeckers flying on again. Very special relationship. We mention them often enough, but it's been a while since I actually explained it. Red-billed oxpeckers in this case. See, there's one sitting on the ground as well. They have got a very special symbiotic relationship, or more specifically a mutualistic symbiotic relationship. Hey man, I can run already. Let's get closer to the oxpecker mutualistic relationship. It's a relationship between two species, in this case the oxpecker and large mammals, rhino, buffalo, giraffe, where not only do both species benefit, the oxpeckers and the rhinos benefit from this, but the one species is dependent on it. In other words, oxpeckers, if there were no large mammals around, they would not be able to survive. They need that relationship. Just a little photographic tip for any of you that are going on safari at any stage. Always make sure you take your flash card with the camera. It's much easier to take photographs if you actually have a flash card in the camera. I was just looking at that little one now, the oxpeckers on its back. Give it a nice image. Can't do anything with the camera if there's no memory inside it. Oh, look at the oxpecker on the sand there as well. See, having a quick dust bath. Now, the rhinos have the benefit of the oxpeckers cleaning them, so they're getting groomed and cleaned, and parasites getting taken off by the oxpeckers. Also a little bit by mud wallowing and all the other behaviors they have. But the oxpeckers obviously need to also get rid of parasites. And dust bathing like that is a very important part of that. The rhino is just slowly walking off. Again, just look at that comparison, the little one behind mum. I love that. Same with elephants. You have a baby elephant walking next to or behind its mum. It's just something very special in that. I mean, look at that. It is a huge difference. I'm very happy to see how calm they are. When we got very close, the young one even stayed behind the mum, so it shows there's no stress. Mum obviously relaxing now that the calf is a bit bigger, or the cow. And sorry to interrupt myself there, but just listen to the radio. I was just saying it's nice to see that obviously now that the calf's a bit bigger. Can I join you there in a few minutes? Thank you. Look at that. Hey, little one. General age estimate. If you look at the young one's head or the face, you can see it's got a flat part still for the second part of where the second horn should develop. So it's got a tiny little bump on the nose, but there's no bump or no horn yet developing for the second part or the second horn. Normally when they're about 6 months old, you can see that second horn quite prominently. So sort of 0 to 3 months, totally flat like this one. 3 to 6 months, you'll just start seeing the very sort of indication only of something developing, and then from about 6 months onwards you can see the second horn slowly developing. Busy grazing there, it's obviously just learning to eat. You can see the way it's eating as well. It's not a full-time thing yet. Like I said, it's still dependent on milk. Certainly that little stomach is getting more used to digesting grass. It will also do for cacophagia where they eat the dung from the adults. So this one will sometimes eat some of the dung from other rhino, mainly the mother, but also from other rhino if they're around, just to get those bacteria and things into the stomach that then really kicks the digestive system off. You get that with most iron gut fermenters, horses, zebras, elephant. Wait for the little one. I'm sure any minute now it's going to realize, hey, mama's a bit far away from me, and catch up. So we'll get to have another look at the little rhino running. It's a very cute thing to see. Then we're going to move on. I think we've got another surprise not so far from us. Hopefully.
See that coming?
Go left.
So she's going down the donga, down it's a very thick stuff. I'm not sure that I can stay with her, but the direction is down towards the white now.
Oh, cool copy. Is she south of central?
Affirmative.
Alright, cool copy. Does it look like she was coming from the Nyama?
I'm not sure. When we found her, she was actually sitting in the road facing the Nyama, and then she just got up and turned around and went back south.
Alright, cool copy. I'll stay with these and come here a bit and then see if we can find her later. There you can see the little bullness of this young rhino. It's such a funny way of walking. His Afrikaans word, kordaat. I have no idea how to translate that, Herman.
No.
Hy stap baie kordaat.